Hey, we are here. Mortgage rate drop alert. You heard the headlines. You heard the headlines, and we're here to give you the scoop. We are here to get why. How can you get this mortgage rate alert? The rates are dropping. I know they went up. Did they go down? Did they go up? We don't know, but we are here to give you the full scoop, the real 411 on what is going on. Okay. My name is 𝗧𝗸𝗲𝗀𝗴𝗲𝗀. I am your local realtor here in Sacramento.
How you doing? I'm 𝗥𝘁𝗄𝘃, the mortgage man, Northern California lender, and all over California for that matter.
Mike, I was just having a conversation with a girlfriend the other day, and she is in her house and she's like, why would I move? Why would I move? And, I'm just, had just a general conversation with her, and I was sharing with her that a lot of times people are moving because of lifestyle changes. Sometimes people want to move to another city, another town, because different reasons. And one of a good reason is because you may want to move to another city, another town, because the community. And here in Sacramento, if you want to come to Sacramento, we have a lot of things going on, such as the Run to Feed the Hungry. We have a really good community. We're doing a lot of fundraising to, give money to our food bank. Have you participated in a run or some type of charity event?
Oh yeah, I love to give back all the time. Most recently did a 5K run for pancreatic cancer research. And last year I had done another one for breast cancer. And I have a family member who's a survivor, and so we always get together and get the family and friends out there and give back everything we can. It's so great to get the community together that way.
That's awesome. Sacramento is such a good community. We have a lot of fundraising events. The Run to Feed the Hungry is one of the biggest ones we have here. It gives a lot of money to the food bank, and we have a lot of fun. So hopefully the sun, I'm watching my weather app here, and hopefully we have a lot of sunshine. Our other communities, like in Folsom, they have a toy drive out there, and Roseville, is one of our great cities that, is one of the top cities in all of the United States, because so a lot of people are moving here, has a lot to offer. So even though the rates are kind of high that, people are considering, but people are moving here. So I know we talked about that rate drop, but how can people track the rate to see if they want to move here, they may want to track the rate to see if it's the right time to make that move?
Yeah, that's such a good point. Sometimes we're tracking a rate to see if it's the right time to move and the payment's there. Sometimes it's tracking it to see if it's time to refinance. In terms of tracking it to see if it's the time to move here, what we do with this system that we have is we set up an alert, and we'll put in a purchase price and a down payment, and we'll put a target payment in the system. And then it scours the market on a daily basis, and it does it multiple times a day, depending on if there's rate changes happening, to determine if we've gotten to that point. And if we get there, we get an instant alert in real time saying, whoever the customer is, whoever the home buyer is, or the homeowner has reached this amount, we can get there. And then that gives us an immediate opportunity to be ready to lock in a rate. And on a refinance side, it works amazing because, as we both know, over the last few years, we've had multiple people having to take rates in the high 6s, 7s. Even at one point, October 2023, it hit 8%. And some people took those rates, but they're never aware of when is the right time to refinance. And if we set this system up for each individual, we put in their attributes, and we know exactly when there's a benefit to do a refinance based on that rate and payment. So it's just a really great system to make sure you never miss an opportunity.
Okay. So I'm hearing systems, I'm hearing attributes, I'm hearing a lot of things, Mike, but you know me, and we got to pull it back down for the people.
Oh yeah.
So they can know exactly who do they talk to, who do they go to, how do they get the information in the system, how do they get the information to them? Does it cost any money? That's what the people want to know. They want to know that.
Oh yeah. No, something like this is a technology that we built. There's no cost, because what we're doing in good faith is taking down the information that's needed to be able to prompt the system to do that market research and figure out if the rates and the payment is there. And then we just notify you via email or text or phone, however you like to be contacted. And it's a real quick scenario. It's, 6.5 became available a month.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, Mike. Okay, remember we got
whatever it is.
6.5 what? 6.5.
Yeah, so like in terms of rates. So for instance, I'm going to give you a real life example. One of my clients had a 6.75 interest rate that we locked in earlier this year in February. And they said, look, as soon as there's an opportunity to save me 0.5% in rate, I want to know about it. Okay. Well, as you can imagine, I'm dealing with hundreds of clients. The market is thousands and millions of people. None of them really know, well, when does it actually get there? They might see a news clip article. They might see something on the internet or a friend talking about it, but they don't know if it's their scenario. And so what this does is it puts in the loan amount, it puts in the purchase price if it's something that they've already bought, or purchase price that they're looking for if they're a buyer. And then ask them to find out what the down payment is if they're looking to buy, or if they already bought, how much down did they put in? And then the date they took out that loan. And so immediately when that target rate is accomplished, we get an instant alert. That's the instant alert on the mortgage rate. So in this case, it was September 15th, just before the Fed meeting. We got the instant alert that it became available, and my past client and I got that alert, and immediately she said, let's lock it in. We locked it in, and that loan closed in about 23 days.
Nice.
And that was a 0.5% interest rate savings, and our company even covered the costs for that client as a past client of ours.
So that was a refinance.
And that was a refinance.
So for her scenario, so she was looking for a refinance that was pretty much no cost to her, getting it 0.5% lower. And about how much did that save her?
On that loan, it was about a $600,000 loan. And so it ended up being a nice savings. It was like $275 a month.
Wow. And that it didn't cost her anything just to get on that alert. So
it costs nothing for the alert. And if you're working with the right lender and the right team, then there's also ways to find interest rates where we can cover all or some of the costs for you, especially as a past client, where we're going to be able to do the entire loan from start to finish. Very smooth. We've already closed a transaction for you, and it's something that we can work hand in hand to do together and, do really well.
Nice. Perfect. That's a great scenario for a refinance. So let me share this scenario and let me know if it's if it's accurate. So if I have a seller, they're looking to move to sunny Sacramento, maybe Roseville, maybe Folsom, maybe the Pocket area, and they know the neighborhood that they want to purchase in. They know the price point, but they just can't make that move because of the interest rate. So they know that they have a target interest rate that they're looking for. They can come to you, put this scenario in saying, okay, for this purchase price, for this interest rate, I would be considered making that move if all the stars were to align with the interest rate and the payment. You put that inside your system there, and as soon as all the stars align, you get an alert, they would get an alert, and then if everything works out, then they can make a move. Is that true?
Exactly. And like for somebody like that, what we normally will do is we'll set it before it gets there. And
nice.
So as an example, if somebody's going to be making a move, it's a huge, huge move for them, they're financially and for their family. And so you don't want to find out it's there, and then by the time you get the wheels in motion, you've already missed it. And that's what happened to a lot of people in many different, markets that I've been in my career. But even most recently, people were anticipating the Fed meeting in September. I'm going to wait. And I encouraged everybody, don't wait, because if you lock in now and things get better, we can get better with it. But if you don't lock in and then it gets worse, there's nothing you can do. And so for that buyer that wants to move there, if they determine that they cannot spend more than $5,000 a month, and that $5,000 a month needs to include property taxes, it needs to include home insurance. If it's an HOA project, it needs to include the HOA. We have to reverse into that and then set that as the payment target for that purchase price range. And then do it where if it's $5,000, we need to know when it's at $5,200. We need to know when it's at $5,300. We need to know when it's at $5,100, because as it keeps creeping down, that's your opportunity to get prepared, to get a pre-approval, have fully underwritten loan approval, and be ready to start making offers so that you don't miss the opportunity where it bounces back up, or, and this is another topic, prices start to rise.
Yeah.
And that right there completely negates the payment savings on a rate drop.
Yes, yes. Okay, Mike, mic drop, right there.
Boom.
Mic drop, right there. Okay, so we're gonna end here. If you want to know any more information about this instant notification, this is great. It's free. And again, it's like if you're thinking about making a move, it's, just come to get that consultation. We'll put you in the system. You'll get notification when the stars align for you, and then you can make that decision on whether you want to make that move. Again, my name is 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. I'm your local realtor, knowing all things here in Northern California and Sacramento and the outlying areas.
And I'm 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗃, the mortgage man.
Hey. Bye-bye, everyone. Mike, will the market crash? Oh my God, people are going to be talking about this over the dinner table this Thanksgiving and Christmas. Like, what's going on?
I know. Hot topic as always.
Yes.
Will the market crash? Are we talking stocks or houses here?
I don't know.